Hello there, welcome to the Catholic Focus. You're right on time for this live broadcast. I'm Sasha Elizabeth with sign language interpretation by Charity Ngima. Now in this broadcast, we take you to Kisumu, where a century of faith and mission filled the air with song and thanksgiving, plus fresh political heat in Kakamega as IEBC locks out aspirants and a tech revolution reshapes livestock vaccination in Taita Taveta. We will also tell you how universities are linking classrooms to careers and why activists are raising alarm over a rising wave of abductions across East Africa. Let's begin in Kisumu. A wind of thanksgiving swept through the Archdiocese of Kisumu as hundreds of faithful gathered at the Tumsifu Center to celebrate a century of faith, unity, and mission. The Eucharistic celebration marking 100 years of God's grace drew archbishops, bishops, religious men and women, and the faithful from across the country, with nearly all Catholic prelates in attendance. The Mass was presided over by His Grace Philip Subira Anyolo, who is the immediate former shepherd of the Archdiocese, and was celebrated by the current prelate, Most Reverend Maurice Muhatia Makumba. Themed A New Heart, A New Spirit, the celebration was a vibrant moment of gratitude, reflection, and renewal, capturing a century of God's faithfulness to the Church in Western Kenya. Take a look.
Sugi. Hiyo bakuli baada ya kuundwa inakuwa sasa ya gharama kubwa zaidi, hata haiwezi tumika kunywa supu.
That is just a sneak peek of the pomp. Everything that happened. There were so many speeches, very uplifting, congratulatory messages from the bishops and archbishops who were in attendance. Get the full story and highlights of the 100-year celebration in our 7 p.m. bulletin. You can also relive the pomp and color on Capuchin TV's Facebook and YouTube pages as Kisumu Archdiocese marks a century of grace and mission. And we say congratulations to the faithful of Kisumu Archdiocese. Hey, they say Nyasai ber sechete. Now, moving forward, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has tightened the race in Kakamega County, disqualifying 4 aspirants from contesting in the Malava Parliamentary and Kisa Eastward seats. The decision follows a verification exercise concluded yesterday with 2 parliamentary and 2 MCA candidates locked out of the August race over party registration inconsistencies and failure to appear for vetting. Here is Lillian Kimanthi with more.
Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has disqualified 4 aspirants in Malava constituency and Kisa Eastward after completing the verification process. 2 parliamentary hopefuls and 2 MCA candidates failed to meet the requirements.
Out of those 13, 11 were cleared and 2 were not cleared. The ones that were not cleared was Omuoma Erastus Matende of United Progressive Party and Amuko Moses Opembe of Party of Democratic Unity. The 2 of them did not appear for registration. Then in Malava, we had initially 11 aspirants, out of which 9 were cleared.
Kakamega County Elections Manager Joseph Ayata confirmed that 1 candidate withdrew voluntarily while another was disqualified over party membership issues.
2 were not cleared. Caleb Amondi Sunguti of Roots Party withdrew from the race, and Samuel Shetanda Luguru had issues. Issue number one is when he appeared before the Arrow, he appeared with a certificate from Republican Liberty Party, while in the system of RPP, he is a member of Peace and Development Party.
The IEBC will meet all cleared candidates tomorrow to harmonize campaign plans ahead of the August polls. Reporting for Catholic Focus, I am Lilian Kimanthi.
Meanwhile, in Taita Taveta County, technology is taking center stage in the fight against livestock diseases. A tech-driven fight against livestock diseases is gaining ground in the county. Livestock farmers are being urged to fully embrace the e-voucher vaccination program targeting cattle, goats, and sheep as authorities move to keep the region free from recurring livestock disease outbreaks. Gabriel Makoma reports from Taita Taveta.
Speaking during the launch of the e-voucher vaccination campaign, Taita Taveta Governor Andrew Mwadime called on livestock keepers to support the program. He noted that the county government, in collaboration with the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, NAFCDP, has reduced the cost of vaccines to enable more farmers to participate.
Katika mradi wa NAFCDP tunaangazia value addition ya especially zile value chain zetu ambazo tumetaja, especially dairy, tuko na green grams, tuko na poultry na pia tuko na banana. Na hasa kwa upande wa dairy, unaona upande wa pale nyanda za juu tumetaja zile cooperatives, especially Tago Dairy, ambayo tunaangazia ya kwamba wakulima wetu katika Taita Taveta County waweze kuenda wapande ngazi za juu, ya kwamba sasa wafikie wanaweza kuweka maziwa yao katika pakiti ili they add value, na pia waki add value watakuwa wamepata hela katika mifuko yao.
Ni muhimu wakulima wetu waweze kuelewa kwamba magonjwa ya mifugo inaleta matatizo ama inawapea gharama kubwa wakati wanyama wetu wanakuwa wameathirika na haya magonjwa.
Wananchi, tafadhali huu mradi msifanye kama hapo nyuma, mradi unakuja alafu mnaficha ng'ombe, mnaficha mbuzi, hamsemi. Huu mradi ni mzuri kama vile tumeelezea pale, manake utawekwa, mmeona pale pua za ng'ombe zikiwa scanned na ile mashine. Yaani kumaanisha pua ya ng'ombe ni kama vidole vya binadamu. Vidole vya binadamu huwa vifanani, na pua za ng'ombe zote Kenya nzima ama dunia nzima, wali yote, hata ya mbuzi, hata ya kondoo asifanani. Ikiwa scanned, ile mambo ya wizi ya ng'ombe pia utasaidika wakati ng'ombe yako imepotea.
Livestock farmers have now been encouraged to form groups and cooperatives to easily access loans and other financial support, a step that will help improve their livelihoods and strengthen the livestock sector in the county. Gabriel Mokoma, Taita Taveta County.
Interesting, and we hope that the e-tech will be rolled out in other counties as well. And from livestock to livelihoods, Tharaka University is now turning the tide on unemployment through skills and partnership. In a bold move to bridge classrooms with careers, Tharaka University rolled out the red carpet for the State Department of Labor, hosting an employment summit that rallied hundreds of youth towards global job frontiers. Yvonne Onuso reports on the university's renewed call for practical skills, partnerships, and purpose-driven education.
Tharaka University Vice Chancellor Professor Peter Muriungi had the honor of hosting Mr. Shadrach Mwadime, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Labor and Skills Development, who paid a courtesy call to his office ahead of Employment Summit hosted at the university. The summit, organized by Mr. Paul Mugambi, patron of the Community First Initiative, brought together hundreds of youths from across Tharaka Nithi County.
People can go, make savings, get know-how as it is, and transfer the same back home in order to exploit the resources that we have in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, the resource base in this country is extremely big. For us to exploit our resources, we need know-how and we need capital. And that is the reason why we are saying we are sending out our young people as frontline economic soldiers to go and gain know-how and bring it back home. The theory that used to obtain before by classical economists of brain drain has been overtaken by events. We talk of brain gain as it is now. Our young people go out, gain the experience and know-how that they require and bring it back home. But we are not only focusing on the international jobs that are available, but also within our economy, how we can capitalize on the opportunities that the government has availed to our young people.
During the courtesy call, discussions centered on strengthening collaborations between Tharaka University and the State Department of Labor and Skills Development in promoting skills training, entrepreneurship, and employability among university students and graduates.
So what government is doing currently is through the National Industrial Training Authority. We have the recognition of prior learning program. We are going out to analyze the kind of skills that our young people have acquired while they are out there in the field. And then we certify those skills.
The Employment Summit underscored Tharaka University's continued dedication to creating platforms that empower young people and connect them with opportunities for growth and meaningful employment.
We will make our courses as marketable as possible because our young people will know they are not undertaking these courses in a futile way, just for the sake of it. They will undertake these courses, they will be guaranteed of employment at the end of the course.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Onuso Yvonne.
Regional rights groups are sounding the alarm over what they term is a growing wave of abductions and enforced disappearances across East Africa. In a joint statement, Kenyan and Ugandan activists are now calling on the African Union and international human rights bodies to urgently intervene following a string of incidents targeting opposition figures and pro-democracy campaigners. The latest outcry follows the alleged abduction of two Kenyan activists, Bob Njagi and Nicola Zoyo of the Free Kenya movement, who were reportedly taken by unknown men while attending a political event in Uganda. The incident has reignited fears of shrinking civic space and cross-border repression in the region. The group, under the banner Kongamano la Mapinduzi, says the abductions represent a coordinated attempt to silence dissent and intimidate reform voices across East Africa. Here now is part of their statement issued during a press briefing in Nairobi.
Kongamano la Mapinduzi condemns in the strongest terms of the abduction of our comrades, Bob Njagi and Nicola Zoyo of the Free Kenya movement, who were forcefully taken while attending the campaign of Honorable Bobi Wine in Uganda. This blatant act of repression is not only an assault on two courageous young Kenyans, but a direct attack on the principles of democracy, political freedom, and cross-border solidarity. Their abduction is a part of a wider pattern of silencing dissent, criminalizing progressive voices, and weaponizing state machinery against those who dare to dream of a just and free society. The Ugandan government, under Yoweri Kaguta Museveni regime, has consistently used abductions, arbitrary arrests, and intimidations as tools to suffocate the opposition and cling to power. like that of Sam Mugumia. Today, this violence has crossed borders, targeting Kenyans. Afrika tunaungana, Afrika tunaungana. Viva!
Well, a worrying trend right there that we've been witnessing in the region, and a reminder that the fight for justice, freedom, and human dignity knows no borders. We'll keep following developments around these abductions and the calls for regional accountability. And that's how we end this edition of Catholic Focus today. From all of us here, Capuchin TV, we say thank you for watching. And for these and many more stories, follow us on our social media platforms or visit our YouTube channel. I'm Sasha Elizabeth with Charity Ngima on sign language interpretation. Have a peaceful evening and may God bless you. Goodbye.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel.